Hello and welcome to Oldham County Television's third annual broadcast of the Oldham County Day Parade presented by the Project Guild of LaGrange, Oldham County Fiscal Court, and OCTV 25. We're pleased to bring you this program and hope that you enjoy spending the time with us as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. My name is Bill Schneider, and I'm so happy once again to be with my friend and colleague, former Oldham County Clerk, Miss Ann Brown. Ann, I look forward to doing this every year.
I do too, Bill. Thank you, Bill. It's always a fun day celebrating Oldham County Day and being a part of bringing this parade to the viewers of OCTV 25 at home and all over the world via the internet. Speaking for the Project Guild, we are so proud to have ConAgra Foods again in 2015 as our parade sponsor. We thank them and remind everyone that with products in 99% of American households, ConAgra is making the foods you love. Oldham County Day is the brainchild of the late Nancy Crass, a Project Guild member and longtime LaGrange resident. The event began in 1971 and annually brings family and friends together for a day of enjoyment in beautiful, historic downtown LaGrange. Visitors will find booths, live music, contests, and of course, the parade we're bringing you today. Proceeds from the booth space fuel Project Guild's year-round commitment to community support.
We've heard from many people that are looking forward to watching the parade on OCTV 25 and on the internet. It's exciting to see how our friends and neighbors come together every year to make this happen. We're coming to you today from the Oldham County Television Skybox on the second floor balcony of the historic Oldham County Courthouse. We have a great view overlooking the parade route, and Director Jay McDowell is capturing that for you. Viewers will also see the parade up close with Oldham County Park Director Tim Curtis operating the street cam in front of the Fiscal Court building. Hello, Tim.
Hey, Tim. OCTV has added many new programs to the lineup, and a brand new schedule can be found on our webpage at www.oldhamcounty.gov. There you'll find when you tune in or record our programming to watch at your convenience.
You can also see this and most of the other local programming on our YouTube channel. Just Google search Oldham County Fiscal Court YouTube.
That makes it very convenient to share your hometown pride by sending the link to friends or family to watch it anywhere in the world with an internet connection. We will be bringing you marching bands, animals, floats, unique vehicles, and machinery. But we will also have some special guests with information and updates on the things happening in Oldham County.
This year's theme for Oldham County Day is red, white, and bluegrass. Grand Marshal is Miss Dot Smith. Dot is 87 years young and honored today as the Grand Marshal for her many years of volunteering and being a goodwill ambassador for Oldham County. Dot was honored at the annual Luncheon Tuesday. And how did the luncheon go?
The luncheon went great, Bill. It was a full crowd. Dot volunteers her time and talent in so many ways. Volunteering was part of the reason she was chosen as the Grand Marshal this year. She portrays Oldham County as a loving and caring community just like herself.
And the weather's a little different this year than it was last year. Last year we were wearing a jacket because it was cool. Today it's going to be awfully hot, but it doesn't seem to be bothering the crowd at all. The streets are filling up and the parade is on its way. And here it begins. The color guard starts us off from the Sheriff's Department. We see Sheriff Steve Sparrow there.
There's Steve Sparrow riding in his little cart.
More Oldham County and more police departments in behind that.
Aren't their lights pretty?
They're pretty unless they're behind you at the time.
That's right, unless they're trying to get us.
And our color guard today, holding the banner for the parade, is Cub Scout Pack 200. And this is their 6th year marching in front of the parade. They really enjoy it, don't they, Ann?
Yes, they do, and we look so forward to them participating in the parade. Last year they brought the white gloves and flag belt holders, along with a Kentucky state flag to go along with the U.S. flag and Pac-20 flag.
Neil Johnson with the LaGrange Police Department is involved with the Police Honor Guard. He's one of the den leaders in the pack. He gives great training on how to hold the flags, and these kids, just like I said before, they really look forward to this every year. They really enjoy it.
We hear now the marching colors. This is the Oldham County High School marching colors. The marching colors include all members of the Oldham County High School band in grades 9 through 12. There's actually 5.
Following the Oldham County band there is the Oldham County Cheerleaders, coached by first-year head coach and former Oldham County High School cheerleader, Miss Amanda Harpole. There's 21 girls in the group, ages 14 through 18 years old. They're high school, and of course they like to go down to Orlando in March.
For the international competition in Orlando, right?
Yes, ma'am. So keep your eye out for those fundraisers. I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
And there is the banner, Project Yields the banner for Oldham County Day Parade. And there is the Grand Marshal, Dot Smith. She's riding in a Lexus convertible. And look at her, Bill, she's just waving up a storm.
That's a fun job to have.
I know, it is.
Dot's earned it.
Yes, she is. Hi, Dot.
ConAgra Foods has got a float there. ConAgra is proud to be the supporter, the main sponsor for the parade this year.
Yes, they are. And they also were that last year. They were the only supporter.
Have you ever used any of the chicken and ribs barbecue sauce they have on the float there?
No, I've not used that, but I know that they have so many foods that we've all used some of them. And I see, is that Judge Vogel?
Well, we have Allison Jones. And ConAgra is right in with the theme of things today with the bluegrass music playing from there.
That sounds pretty good. We can get up and dance a jig there, Bill.
Yes, ma'am. Don't go away. We'll be right back from the historic Courthouse Square in Oldham County.
OCTV, Channel 25, a service of Oldham County Fiscal Court.
It's time we all accept personal responsibility for water pollution in Oldham County's creeks and lakes.
Dumping just 1 quart of motor oil into a storm drain ends up in our creeks and can pollute 1 million gallons of water.
Fertilizers and pesticides run off lawns and pollute our streams. Read the directions and use these products sparingly, or learn how to go green and eliminate chemicals from your lawn altogether.
If you have a creek in your yard, stop mowing down to the water. Create a vegetative buffer along the bank by planting trees, bushes, and grasses that will filter polluted stormwater runoff and help prevent erosion.
Keeping Oldham County's creeks clean is all of our responsibility.
For more information on how to keep our watershed clean, go to www.oldhamcountyky.gov and click on Curry's Fork Watershed under Community Links.
Hey, Bill, there is David Vogel, our Oldham County Judge Executive.
He's hornswoggled somebody's beautiful red Mustang there.
And look at that hat he's wearing, Bill.
That's appropriate for today's sun, that's for sure. A nice big brimmed wide hat.
And behind him is John Carter, our county attorney.
Hello, John. And coming into sight, I believe, is the Oldham County FAA excuse me, FFA, Future Farmers of America. Got a beautiful old tractor on there.
And it looks like, Bill, they have won second place. I see their float looks like won second place.
Well, that's terrific. It looks like they put a lot of work into that. It's very attractive.
Look at that tractor. Hey, Bill, maybe we could pick some corn off of there.
You getting a little picket already?
Yeah, do you think Patty could cook us some corn?
Sure. That's an old Farmall tractor there. And coming up behind that is the Oldham County Republican Party, supporting Matt Bevins for governor. And Ryan Quarles. Looks like they've got an old side paddle wheel.
Yes, it does. Now those are behind the Republican float is the Mini Car Club.
The Ahmed Grotto Mini Car Club from Louisville, Kentucky. They're not really racing in circles. They're a non-profit organization that provides dental care for special needs children.
Along with their trailer driver, who's always with the cars in case someone needs them.
I think they have as much fun as anybody in the parade.
I think they do. You know what, Bill? It'd be awful hard. Well, I can't see. It'd be hard for me to get in one of those cars.
I agree. Me too. And there's the trailer to pick up the broken units in case they break down on the way.
And it looks like our next team is North Oldham Marching Colonel.
Along with the cheerleaders. They have woodwinds, brass, percussion, and of course the color guard members.
Aren't they grades 8 through 12?
Yes, ma'am.
And then we have the Kentucky
Taekwondo.
Yes, they do that. That's a fitness academy, and it's been operating in Oldham County for over 17 years. Under
the guise of Master Sean Ramey. Some people may remember him from The Bachelorette.
That's correct. I had forgot about that, Bill. Glad you mentioned that.
Following up behind those is the Oldham County High School class of 1960. 55 years ago they graduated. I'll bet none of them really believe it was that long.
They probably don't, Bill.
A lot of people may remember from Head's Drugstore, Billy McMakin. Billy was involved in getting this together.
Yes, Billy and his wife are in that class, that graduating class. Okay, don't turn the channel. We'll be right back.
Your community, your future. Channel 25, OCTV, community television for Oldham County.
Oldham County Schools has amazing bus drivers, but we need more. With 114 routes, 4,000 daily stops, and 8,300 collective miles per day, our drivers have an important but rewarding job.
I just love it, and I like to interact with kids, and that makes me feel young too.
It's one of the few things that you can do in life that involves rearing of children and caring for them, and I find that it's very rewarding in that aspect.
You know, it's a big adventure every day, and I enjoy it so much. I love coming to work.
Our drivers are offered a competitive salary with full benefits, retirement, and comprehensive paid training.
If you can drive a car, you can drive a school bus. And we provide all the training right here at our facility. So you don't have to go somewhere else for the training. You can get the training here. We pay applicants during training.
We learned in 7 weeks how to drive this big guy, and at the end I felt confident enough to get on the road and took off right away, and it was fine.
They give you exceptional training, and they make you take ride-alongs with other people, so you do get used to the school children before you actually get behind the wheel.
If you're retired, looking for supplemental income, or looking for a way to be active in the community or schools, Driving for Oldham County Schools may be just what you're looking for.
It is a way to feel like what the work that you do has a purpose. And that purpose is to make sure children get to school safely and have an opportunity to learn.
This job is it's not like a job. It's enjoyable because it gives me time off, give me extra money to do things when I'm off during the summer. Come and see what a great job this can be for you.
If you are interested in becoming an Oldham County Schools bus driver, we would love to hear from you. Please call us at 222-9337 or visit oldham.kyschools.us.
Come join us and see for yourself why being an Oldham County bus driver is so rewarding. Yay!
Channel 25, community television for Oldham County.
And with the tractors there from the Antique Iron is the Living Treasure float from the Oldham County History Center. They banded together with their living treasures.
Oh, I know it. And they look so good sitting out there in this beautiful, beautiful day. The Living Treasure program honors elders in Oldham County who have served the community with kind hearts and good deeds.
And both groups preserve the past through collecting, teaching younger generations about the past ways of doing things and oral stories collected by the Oldham County History Center.
Yes.
Now, do you see that vehicle right in behind them there? That's not exactly Antique Iron, but that is with the group. That is a new vehicle called a Slingshot.
Yes, I heard about that this morning.
It's on a motorcycle, basically. It's 3 wheels with 2 side-by-side seating. Now, does that look like your kind of fun?
Yeah,
that does look like fun, doesn't it? And follow up behind them
are the Shriners.
They're participating in all kinds of parades. You'll see them everywhere with their familiar red fezzes, but they do have a commitment to helping kids. That's what they're all about. Well, there's an old-fashioned calliope.
Yes, there is. Okay, Bill, here comes the Cub Scout Pack 167 from Crestwood.
And following them is the South Oldham County Band, South Oldham County High School, excuse me. I guess that would be the Marching Dragons.
I think so, because they've got their green and yellow on. They look wonderful, walking like they are, Bill, and they don't seem to be hot at all, so this is a good sign. Now they're beginning to play.
A nice patriotic number to fit in the theme of red, white, and bluegrass. Following up the South Oldham High School Marching Band is the Oldham County EMS.
Oldham County, they serve the residents of Oldham County, the Oldham County EMS.
And somewhere in there is the Bear Ometic costume.
Yes.
He's handing out, looks like candy, and greeting the kids along the side.
That's right. Handing out candy. Here's the Oldham, South Oldham Fire Department. electronic taxi, and I'll tell you who is driving that taxi. It's Karen Bly. She's driving that taxi.
Well, Ann, we laughed about this next group because I think they have the longest abbreviation of any group in the parade.
Okay, let me say that abbreviation. OCPDCPAAA. Now, what's that stand for, Bill?
That's the Oldham County Police Department Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association.
Blah, blah.
These folks go through the Citizens Academy and they work to back up the police department at various events. I just had an opportunity to work with these folks at the Kentucky Farm Fest. Really a fun group of people to be with, and they work really hard to help other people out. We appreciate that.
Okay, there's Covenant United Methodist Church, and they have a float today.
Following that is Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Christmas in July, folks. Here it is.
And Santa and Mrs. Claus in their custom smart car, Little Red Sleigh.
I don't know if he'll open the doors, but he has Lamborghini doors on that. It plays different Christmas carols. It has all sorts of different lighting on it.
I see that. They're all the way from the North Pole. There's John Barber. John Barber used to be one of the deputy sheriffs, and he's in his little riding car.
Hello, John. A lot of people may see John from the fish bus, the Kiwanis fish bus.
I used to work with John, so. And there's First Impression Detail. They have a walker and a Cadillac.
And I've got to give a little personal endorsement here. Chris down there does a great job. I had my windows open on my truck and it got wet and the seats just got soaked. And I was afraid it was going to mildew.
Yeah.
Took it down to Chris. He took right care of it. And one afternoon, did a great job.
That's great. That's great. Okay, the next is the LaGrange Fire and Rescue Department.
Chief Jim Scissor is the head of that organization down there. They have several pieces of equipment out here with us today. They have a 105-foot aerial ladder that has a 500-gallon water tank and a foam system. It's nice that although we are a rural county, we have a very efficient and effective fire department here.
Yes, we sure do, Bill. I think it's time to take another quick break.
From the historic Oldham County Courthouse, we'll be back after this.
And with a live guest.
OCTV, Channel 25, a service of Oldham County Fiscal Court.
It's time we all accept personal responsibility for water pollution in Oldham County's creeks and lakes.
Dumping just 1 quart of motor oil into a storm drain ends up in our creeks and can pollute 1 million gallons of water.
Fertilizers and pesticides run off lawns and pollute our streams. Read the directions and use these products sparingly, or learn how to go green and eliminate chemicals from your lawn altogether.
If you have a creek in your yard, stop mowing down to the water. Create a vegetative buffer along the bank by planting trees, bushes, and grasses that will filter polluted stormwater runoff and help prevent erosion.
Keeping Oldham County's creeks clean is all of our responsibility.
For more information on how to keep our watershed clean, go to www.oldhamcountyky.gov and click on Curry's Fork Watershed under Community Links. Well, we're back and we have our first guest host of the afternoon, Paige Redfeld from the Oldham County Parks and Recreation Department. How you doing, Paige?
I'm good. How are you doing?
We appreciate you joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, and let's see, this is your first year as coordinator down at the John Black Center.
It is my first year, yes.
Well, tell me about some of your experiences lately.
I've been having really great experiences down there. I love going to work, which is something I didn't really expect right out of college, but I love going to work. I enjoy coming in every day, and I enjoy the experiences I have and the people I get to meet by being the community center coordinator.
Okay, well,
how about some of the changes down there? I know there's been some changes going on.
There was a recent change. We did have the parks maintenance. They redid all of the landscaping outside of the John W. Black Community Center, and it looks beautiful, and we are so thankful for all the work that's been done because it really looks nice.
That's a good thing. Well, let me tell you, I did some work with you when we did the Grand Marshal's Luncheon.
Yes, we did.
And I will have to say you were so helpful. And and all of Project Guild appreciate everything that you did.
Well, thank you so much, and we appreciated having you there. It was a fun experience, and I'm glad I was there for that.
Okay.
The water park's open?
The water park is open. The John W. Black Community Center. The John W. Black Aquatic Center is open, and now that the bad weather has passed, we are ready for the good people of Oldham County to come out and visit us.
Well, excuse me, Bill, but what I was going to say, from the forecast, it's going to be extremely hot, so I'm sure that park is going to be, the aquatic center is going to be very busy.
Yes, we hope so. We hope to see everyone out there.
One of the funnest things that I'm aware of that's down at the aquatic park, I think it's the last day of the year when you have the dogs in.
I believe so, yeah. That's a big thing that happens.
I love that event. Check out their webpage if you're interested in that, and they'll tell you what you need to do to bring your dog along and join the fun there. Also, I understand that there is a triathlon coming up in the fall.
Yes, there is a triathlon coming up. It's September 12th, and it's our sprint triathlon. And if you visit oldhamcountykentucky.gov and visit the Parks and Recreation webpage, you'll get all the information there.
This is a new event this year?
It's happened quite a few times in the past, but we're hoping that it's going to be bigger and better this year.
And it's a sprint because it's not the normal length triathlon.
Yes, it's not the normal length. We have a 400-meter swim, a 10-mile bike ride, and a 3K run, all wrapped up into one event.
Okay,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, but is that all held in one day?
Yes, yes it is.
So what time does it start?
I'm not positive on the time that it starts, but I believe it starts with the swim, then the run, then the bike.
Okay, and that all happens there at
Wendell Park. Yep.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exciting. Well, it sounds like you're doing a great job, and all of Oldham County appreciates everything that you've done.
Well, thank you so much.
Paige, where are you from? Where were you raised?
I was raised right here in LaGrange.
Great.
Yep.
What do you think of all these old tractors out here?
I love it. I've been gone in Bowling Green for 4 years, and it's good to be back because I really missed it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
All right,
thanks, Paige.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We'll be back after this from the historic courthouse in Oldham County.
Community television for Oldham County, OCTV, Channel 25.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Kentuckiana serves local youth in Oldham County and beyond by helping develop positive relationships between children and mentors. Mentors have a direct and lasting impact on the lives of young people in this community, and volunteers are needed in Oldham County to mentor children. We even have school-based programs that involve tutoring and fun for the matches. Find out how you can volunteer to mentor a child or learn about other ways to support Big Brothers Big Sisters by visiting bbbsky.org or by calling 502-753-3745.
Okay, our next guest is our Judge Executive, David Vogel. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. And
welcome, David. Glad you can make it up.
Thank you. I am too. This is a tremendous morning here in Oldham County. We've got a really great turnout of people for this beautiful parade. And
glad we got that storm out of the way last night.
I am too. You know, it cleared the sky for this morning, and everybody's having a great time.
And Judge, I'm so glad that we can be sitting here with you because Oldham County Television 25 is being able to broadcast this.
Right. Well, we've come a long way on Channel 25, and we're going to go a lot further in the days to come. We have things coming out. We've got a new county website that'll be coming out here probably in the next 30 days. And we'll be integrating our television schedule onto our website and promoting as many locally produced shows as we can possibly do. So we're also on the verge of getting some new equipment that is going to help us do more as well. In all of our departments, we do more with less people, so we have to use technology to try to help us move faster than.
Speaking of improvements, how about the front of this courthouse?
Well, I think it looks great.
The courtyard is just beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful, Joe.
Thank you. I'm so happy that we've been able to put a new look on the front of this building. Of course, this is a very historic building, so we wanted to incorporate the new landscaping and the plaza with a certain historical feel that integrated the, let's say, bridged the business district with the courthouse. And I think a lot of people will be able to think of ideas and ways to use that. And of course, we have people sitting out there for lunch and in the evening every day.
Yes,
and you had partners to help pull this off.
Right. I want to thank the Head Trust. Was really our main partner. They contributed $125,000 to help us do this, and Hometown Pizza was another partner that came forward.
Matters.
Every Slice Matters. Their foundation has helped with many of the flowers and the bushes, the trees, and of course the fiscal court also stepped up and contributed about half of the total funding. So,
I know, Judge, we were speaking about Colonel William Oldham, whom this county was named for, in honor of, and I think you'd like to find a way to memorialize him in the landscaping.
That's exactly right. We have, as far as the plaza looks beautiful now and could stand as it is, but I'd like to put a cherry on top of the cake, if you get what I mean there. Our county is named after a person who was a Revolutionary War soldier, also the sheriff of Jefferson County, Virginia, when Oldham County was actually part of Jefferson County, Virginia. He was the sheriff in this area. Of course, there were many fewer people here at that time, but he was in charge of that. He was also on the fiscal court. He was a very well-respected and a highly thought-of individual at the time. He led the Kentucky militia into the Ohio country as part of Army initiative that General Washington, or President Washington, wanted to help settle that area. Unfortunately, he lost his life in what's called the Battle of the Wabash, about 60 miles south of Fort Wayne, Indiana. It was a terrible event. About 800 or 900 of the Americans lost their lives in that battle over about a 3-year period, or 3-hour period. Colonel Oldham was one of them who lost his life, and at the time, you know, people were just left to lay where they perished, and all his wife and family received home was his watch and chain.
Okay, Judge, real quickly, wanted to ask you something. From the severe weather that we've had in the last month or so, have we had any major damages or?
Well, we've had some road disruptions. 18 Mile Creek Road is going to have to be repaved. It was there's a creek that runs along 18 Mile, and it just had the force of the water was tremendous. It uprooted a lot of the pavement there, destroyed some of the property along there. Some of it is called the ambient wall that's been put up to protect the road from the water. Some of that gave in. So anyway.
Well, Judge, we sure do thank you for taking the time to come and speak with us. And
Dan Brown, we're number 10.
And so
Dan Brown, number 10.
and we need to take a break. And
okay.
We'll be right back.
All right.
Thanks, Judge. We appreciate you joining us
Thank
from
you.
the historic Oldham County Courthouse. We'll be back after this.
Information and stories about people you know. You're watching Channel 25, OCTV, community television for Oldham County.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
And the lady colonels are going by now.
Yes, I see them. They're all walking and riding, and they look pretty good to me.
That's a pretty big group. And following up is the Oldham County Public Libraries unit, and they have a summer reading program. Every hero has a story. Teens from the summer reading program are showcasing iconic American heroes on their float. I think I see Wonder Woman there.
I think I see Wonder Woman too, and I think this was a non-commercial float that they had.
And following them is Hometown Pizza. Of course, we mentioned Hometown in reference to the new landscaping in front of the courthouse and their foundation, Every Slice Matters. Mike and Mary Jane Foster, a Hometown LaGrange product. And I think they have like 26 units now, and they concentrate in the smaller towns.
Okay, and their vision was to serve a variety of delicious pizza creations in a unique and relaxing atmosphere. For more than 30 years, Hometown Pizza has grown and developed their menu with the help and inspiration of guests and employees.
And did you know that they make their pizza dough every day fresh by hand?
Yes, I did, and I know that it's fresh. As soon as you order it, then they make it.
And Donna Sabo is the head of the foundation there, and she is involved in so many projects. She's involved in the Tourism Commission. She's involved with the merchants in downtown LaGrange.
Okay, here's the card. That's LA West Hair Salon. Now we have Oldham County Republican Women's Club. We have the Oldham County Public Bus, and that bus is used daily, Bill.
Nancy West is walking next to the Ford Fairlane there that they have in the unit. All right, we're going to take another break. We'll be back after this from the historic Oldham County Courthouse.
Your community, your future. Channel 25, OCTV, community television for Oldham County.
And welcome back. We are joined by another guest, Judge Glenn Acree, Chief Judge of the Kentucky Court of Appeals. Welcome, Judge.
I'm glad to be here.
You're here to represent the Trust for Life.
I am. I was asked to ride on the float today, and what a great day for a parade. After all that rain, the sun has just been great. A little hot, but it's been great.
It is July.
It is July. Hard to complain about heat in July.
Tell us a little bit about the Trust for Life and your personal association with it.
Well, my personal association with it is relatively recent because I've been a beneficiary of the Trust for Life for a long time. I had my first transplant in 1998, but I didn't really realize the connection between what I did as a judge and what the Trust for Life does through the court system, through the clerks. I didn't really make that connection until maybe a decade ago. And I was asked to come and speak to the circuit clerks to kind of inspire them to, since I'm the chief judge, sometimes clerks will pay attention to me, but they asked me to come speak about my personal story and how important it is that they always ask people to sign their license to be an organ donor and tissue donor. And so I was happy to do that, and basically wanted to thank them because I had previously written a letter to the family of the donor of the corneas years and years ago, but it occurred to me that I ought to also thank the clerks, because some clerk somewhere many years ago asked some young man to think about signing his organ donor card, which he did, and then some years later was in an accident and I got his corneas. And so I wrote his family a letter, and I actually read that letter. I brought that letter with me. If you're happy to read it, if you'd like me to read it.
Absolutely, go right ahead.
The letter was.
I read it.
Excuse me.
I read it in preparing for our interview today, and it's very touching. Well, very thoughtful of you.
Well, my personal experience was, I used to love to play softball. You can open that up for me. I used to play softball a lot, play the outfield, and it got to where I lost track of the ball. I couldn't see the ball anymore. I didn't realize what it was, but what was going on was I was losing my vision. And then I put up with that for a while. I got to the point where I couldn't drive. I really couldn't read except with huge magnifying glasses. And still practicing law. And when you practice in law, your sight's pretty important to you.
It's got to be pretty difficult.
It was difficult. But eventually my wife made me go to the doctor, get diagnosed, became a candidate for a cornea transplant. After waiting a while, got the call to go to the hospital, went to the hospital and got a cornea transplant.
What's it like when you get that call?
Well, it's strange because the reason that you got the call is somebody died, and you get that call, and but it's an opportunity for that person to live a little bit longer in you, and so I always try to keep that in mind and think about the fact that I'm seeing through somebody else's eyes, and it occurred to me that I'm seeing through somebody's son's eyes, and so I asked the Lions Eye Bank, which is where my cornea came from, if I could reach out to the family and write a little letter to them just to let them know how much I appreciated it. So they said, sure, we can't tell you who it is. You can give it to us and we can give it to them. And so that's what I did many years ago. So this is the letter that I wrote. And excuse me if I get a little emotional because sometimes it actually gets to me too. But I said, dear family, I hope you don't mind me addressing you in such a familiar way, but I don't know what else to call you. I know so little about you. All I know is you're grieving right now for your son. It'll not be enough for me to say to you how sorry I am for your loss. Such words of sympathy, no matter how well intended, do so little to ease the pain of losing a child. However, I would like to express, in addition to my great sympathy, my great gratitude. Today, thanks to you and thanks to your son's gift. It's been a while since I've read it, and by the way, I'm reading without my glasses. Today, thanks to your son's gift, I can see, because I'm seeing through his eyes. For the first time, I can see clearly the details of my own young son's face, the curl of his smile and the twinkle in his eye, and I have your son to thank for that. I'm sure that even this thanks will do little to ease your pain. I just wanted you to know how well I understand that I can never repay the gift your son has given me. God bless you all. Glenn.
And Judge, I would say that for all the people that have been involved in the program, that have made donations, I think that letter would serve from a lot of the donors and the recipients, and it's a very heartfelt thank you.
Well, a cornea obviously is an important thing, but there are, I just rode on a float with people who had liver transplants and other transplants of organs that without you'll die. Mine, pretty important, but a lot of people go through life blind, and that's what I would have been having to do. My life would have changed completely, so it changed my life completely. It saves lives too. So what I would say is, when that clerk asks you, would you think about signing your card, please don't hesitate, because it means so much to so many people. It's amazing how many people have received transplants across the state and across the country. So please don't hesitate, and particularly with eyes. I know a lot of people think, you know, there's something precious and special about their eyes or their children's eyes, and they readily give up different organs, but eyes, they hesitate sometimes. I know there are a lot of people that say they can have anything but my eyes, but please, please donate your eyes. Even if you have bad eyes, my doctor told me this, even if you have bad eyes, we want them anyway. The doctors want them because they will find out what's wrong with those eyes, and that'll help cure diseases in the future.
That's really interesting because I myself have really poor vision, and I wouldn't have thought that they'd be interested in my eyes.
They are absolutely, they want mine, and mine, I've had 3 cornea transplants. We're at the point where, you know, they're getting to be pretty old now because we're extending these into more than one lifetime now, so, but they still want them. They want to know what happened to them.
Tell us about your green band around your wrist.
The green band around my wrist is, you know, it's the popular thing to have a lot of these wristbands. This one is the website www.trustforlife.org, O-R-G, and if you go there, you can see not just the story, my story, but lots of other stories about people who were recipients of organ tissue, and organs, and also some stories of people whose family members contributed, and how much satisfaction they got out of knowing that in some small way their family members are still carrying on. So it's very important. It's very important where we get organs and tissues from. And
we sure do thank you for taking the time to come and be in our parade.
All the way from Lexington, I think is where you're from, isn't it?
Yes, I'm from Lexington, although I'll tell you, I've lived in Kentucky almost all my life, and there's not a county I haven't been in that I haven't loved being there, but Oldham County I've been here a few times. We had some arguments here a few months ago. Your own Judge Allison Jones is right from here. Your court of appeals.
I'm going to assume those are legal arguments.
Yeah, the legal arguments. Yeah, the other arguments I always lose. The ones at home, I never win those. So, yeah, I get home from work and nobody stands up for me when I enter the room. I don't know why that is, but.
Well, we want to make sure that the audience does understand. Now, this is the Circuit Clerks Trust for Life.
Yes, it's the circuit clerks in the state. We're a little bit unusual in Kentucky because in Kentucky, driver's licensing is undertaken by the circuit clerks. Right. It's not so. I don't think it's that way anywhere else in the country. But for whatever reason, they do that in our circuit clerk's office. So when you go to the driver's license
that's your
agency,
contact point.
That's the contact point of the driver's license agency. So whenever you renew your driver's license, that's actually a circuit clerk, deputy circuit clerk who's working there, and they should ask you, and if they don't, just volunteer anyway and say, hey, don't I need to sign my card here and saying I'm going to be a tissue organ donor. Also, I think they can add $1 to your license if you choose to contribute to the Trust for Life, and it's $1. Hardly pay for much else, but it'll help pay for organ transplants.
Okay, and it would be remiss in me, and I think the people in Oldham County would know this. You said you're from Lexington, and of course I must add that's UK country.
Yes, that's UK country, and
I thought this was UK country.
Well, the whole state.
It is at my house.
Okay, we thank you again for being with us, and we hope we'll see you again next year.
My pleasure. If I'm asked, you can be sure I'll be here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all.
Thanks, Judge. Don't go away. We'll be back with more of the Oldham County Day Parade right after this.
A good neighbor to Oldham County and the surrounding area. You're watching Channel 25 OCTV, a service of Oldham County Fiscal Court.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Kentuckiana serves local youth in Oldham County and beyond by helping develop positive relationships between children and mentors. Mentors have a direct and lasting impact on the lives of young people in this community, and volunteers are needed in Oldham County to mentor children. We even have school-based programs that involve tutoring and fun for the matches. Find out how you can volunteer to mentor a child or learn about other ways to support Big Brothers Big Sisters by visiting bbbsky.org or by calling 502-753-3745. Oldham County Schools has amazing bus drivers, but we need more. With 114 routes, 4,000 daily stops, and 8,300 collective miles per day, our drivers have an important but rewarding job.
I just love it, and I like to interact with kids, and that makes me feel young too.
It's one of the few things that you can do in life that involves rearing of children and caring for them, and I find that it's very rewarding in that aspect.
You know, it's a big adventure every day, and I enjoy it so much. I love coming to work.
Our drivers are offered a competitive salary with full benefits, retirement, and comprehensive paid training.
If you can drive a car, you can drive a school bus. And we provide all the training right here at our facility. So you don't have to go somewhere else for the training. You can get the training here. We pay applicants during training.
We learned in 7 weeks how to drive this big guy, and at the end I felt confident enough to get on the road and took off right away, and it was fine.
They give you exceptional training, and they make you take ride-alongs with other people, so you do get used to the school children before you actually get behind the wheel.
If you're retired, looking for supplemental income, or looking for a way to be active in the community or schools, driving for Oldham County Schools may be just what you're looking for.
It is a way to feel like what the work that you do has a purpose. And that purpose is to make sure children get to school safely and have an opportunity to learn.
This job is it's not like a job. It's enjoyable because it gives me time off, give me extra money to do things when I'm off during the summer. Come and see what a great job this can be for you.
If you are interested in becoming an Oldham County Schools bus driver, we would love to hear from you. Please call us at 222-9337 or visit oldham.kyschools.us.
Come join us and see for yourself why being an Oldham County bus driver is so rewarding. Yay!
Well, Ann, as the last unit clears our view here, that means it's time to start thanking people for today's fun and all the people that are responsible. Let's start with this year's parade chairman, Holly Johnson from the Project Guild. I know there were a lot of special challenges this year for today's parade that made the logistics a little more challenging than normal, didn't it?
It sure did, Bill. We weren't able this year to use Immaculate Conception to line up our parade. So we were not able to do that because of the North Oldham Little League's baseball tournament. And they were having their tournament today and they couldn't change that date. So we worked together and we were able to find other locations to line up for our parade.
Very good. We want to thank Oldham County Fiscal Court and County Judge Executive David Vogel for providing this broadcast and all the programming on Channel 25. Oldham County Television is a public service to the community. We'd encourage you to go to our website at www.oldhamcounty.gov and see the new programming schedule. From there, you'll find listings of all the meetings and programs that we have on, so you'll know when to tune in or when to set your recording device so that you can watch it at your convenience and keep up with things to be a more informed citizen. You know, our constitutional republic depends on an informed citizenry to work. It doesn't work on autopilot, so please don't stand on the sidelines. Get involved and keep informed with what's going on.
You'll also find local business information and unique entertainment. Much of the content, including the 2015 Oldham County Day Parade, is available on your local YouTube channel. Just Google search Oldham County Fiscal Court YouTube. There's new content all the time, so we hope you'll tune in and tell your neighbors about it.
And we want to thank Project Guild for all the volunteer hours that their members put in to make this community a better place to live, work, and raise a family. It's not just Oldham County Day, it's not just the parade. They're involved in projects all year long to support the community.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill, so much. Thank you for all that you have helped me with this year, and thank you for your writing and everything that you helped to make this go so smoothly.
It's my pleasure.
Project Guild would like to thank our wonderful sponsors and supporters. Thanks to our guests today on the broadcast, our exclusive 2015 parade sponsor, ConAgra, with food products found in 99% of American homes.
ConAgra is making the food you love.
Thank you to Covenant United Methodist Church, LaGrange Elementary School, Cornerstone Family Church, and K&S Automotive for allowing us to stage the parade at their locations. Project Guild appreciates so much our Oldham County Day sponsors: Republic Bank and Trust Company,
the Farmers Bank of Milton,
Norton Brownsboro Hospital,
the Oldham Era,
Champion Chevrolet.
And thanks to all the folks marching in today's parade and all the people involved in preparing those units and the floats, the logistics to make it happen. There's just no telling how many hours collectively is spent to put this on. And we applaud you for your unselfish gift of your time.
We also appreciate all the support Project Guild receives from the City of LaGrange, first-year Mayor Joe Davenport, his assistant Faith Brush, and all the city employees that have been preparing for all the people attending today.
Thanks to Oldham County Fiscal Court and Doug Johnson and his crew from the Oldham County Maintenance Department in particular for their help today.
Tim Curtis manning the street level camera and his team at Oldham County Parks and Recreation.
Our director, Jay McDowell, manning the camera here in the skybox and editing everything together. You know, Jay is responsible for all the day-to-day operations at Channel 25 and is the heart of Oldham County Television.
Yes, and he has kept us straight today, and we thank him for that. Also, we want to thank Tice Appliance and Furniture and Appliance for loaning us the use of their chairs. We appreciate that so much. Jay and I, if they hadn't done that, Jay and I'd be sitting down here and the table would be right here. So we would be. We also want to thank Jay's daughter and our production assistant today, Jada McDowell, our parade spotter, Melissa Horn. They are so important in keeping us organized. To my co-host and writer, Bill Snyder.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. And likewise to you, former County Clerk and Project Guild member Ann Brown, and especially to you, our viewers. We hope you'll contact us via the website or our Facebook, and we'd love to hear your comments, to know where you watched it, how you watched it, whether it was on your computer, your mobile device, on the cable station. We'd just like to know that information. Thank you so much.
And till we meet again.
Goodbye from the historic Courthouse Square in Oldham County, Kentucky, USA. Thanks for joining.